How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have myself playing Baihumon, going up against the young Bloomlord. So we're still trying to make the Baihumon work. This is the same build as my previous video. We're trying the Ragnarlord package, so we'll see if it comes up. We're off to a decent start with a rookie and double the ties. On the other hand, we have the Salad Boost, Sunflower, just such a powerful Digimon. Gonna be suspending to play a free Palmon, and the Palmon can pick up its searches. This is the base of the Bloomlord engine, which, by the way, will get a lot stronger as we head into EX3 coming out later this week. So definitely look forward to that. I know that I did an original Bloomlord deck profile. If you guys are interested, check it out. And we'll definitely have to update that with EX3 because they get a lot of new exciting cards. Gonna be Digisorping into the young Cherrymon, who could potentially redirect attacks. Pretty strong mechanic, right? Doesn't have to block. The redirect is pretty good. It's gonna pass over through memory. We have the tie, so it just makes sense. We're gonna be Digivolving up in the back this time around. Going straight into the... I'm not familiar with the name of that Digimon. I want to say it's the Judamon or something like that. So this guy is the guy that lets you Joggus at the end of turn. And then he has an effect which means he can be limited by card effects in your opponent's turn, which is okay, it comes up. But really we're playing for, again, that end of turn Joggus. Quite a few Digimon up on the board, pretty scary stuff though. Gonna be going into an Agitar, suspending the Palmon to play another Palmon. Once again picking up the Surge. Still has the memory boost as well as the Pomon in the back. Drawing a card from the Sunflower. So again, a good display this game of how the Bloomlord engine works, and it can be pretty scary. Might not have the Bloomlord right away though. We did see those Palmons with, so maybe I'm gonna have to wait on that. Gonna pop the memory boost to use the Mighty Santi. Getting card draw off of the Sunflower. Maybe you already did that. Okay, we are gonna go into the Bloomlord, gaining quite a bit of memory back. It's pretty good, right? Get the memory from everything. The Agitar can swing over, getting 3 checks because there's 4 suspended Digimon, so 16k, pretty strong stuff. And then gonna end the turn going into another Bloomlord. This one is gonna get to restand as well. Swing for another 2 checks. We get 2 security Digimon, which is kind of nice, Nanimon and the Shademon. But the damage has clearly been done. Gonna go into a Weedmon. And then a Cherrymon to pass turn. That's a nice way to end with a potential blocker, but man, look at that board, right? Pretty scary stuff. We have to try and clear the board somehow, and even if we are able to do that, we have no security. So we're gonna swing Nanimon into the Palmon to try and bait out the Cherrymon effect. We're able to go into the Baihumon. We can then restand both the Bloomlords to get extra memory. We can now swing over the Cherry, who cannot use his effect. And then we can punch both the Bloomlords. Now we don't get to trash in the security, but honestly, I'd say it's a pretty good turn, right? We're able to clear that massive board. So great job with the Baihumon deck. That said though, we have no security. Although we do have the Shademan blocker, which is nice, definitely saving us here. And the tie for potential resends on that, so maybe okay. But with no security, it's a very, very scary situation to be in. Gonna go Sunflower, set up the Palmon. Might just be digging for the pieces, She did go through 2 Bloomlords, but a 3rd one would still be devastating, I dare say. Gonna go into the Argamon, the one that's limited. The absorption is still pretty good. The inherent effect is really strong in a deck like this, right? Where you really want to swing and get those bodies out, and especially because it comes out suspended with the rookie, which is honestly even better for the Bloomlord. So in this case, thinking about what the play is, but honestly, just going to the Bloomlord. Think about it from this position, right? This is not a crazy board. It's not a crazy board today. In this case, Bloomlord is essentially a 2 memory level 6 that gives you a restand, and then he's still gonna be a 14k 2 checks with Pearson, and this is at a very, very basic board state. I mean, think of it that way. Isn't Bloomlord kind of nice? Isn't he a pretty good Digimon? Gonna be swinging the Bloomlord. Obviously, we are forced to block. We can at least use the little tide to restand the Baihumon. I'm gonna be playing a Palmo from the Argamon. Actually, it's supposed to come in suspended. It's a minor misplay. It doesn't actually change anything here. So we restand the Baihumon, block, but then Grand Soul is gonna bottom deck the Baihumon, and that's game. At that point, we have no board, nothing erasing, no security, and that's GG. So back-to-back Bloomlord turns. Although we did have a good answer, it was not good enough. Pretty scary stuff. The Bloomlord can definitely pop off, and like I said, the deck's only getting better and better. Gonna be going with a green memory boost. Embarrassing not having the Altard. Gonna swap it for the Altard. We have the Tumble technology. Sunracer still works well in this deck. You know, all of our level 6s are 13k. Even the Skull Baihumon, so yeah, it's kind of nice. Pick up the Baihumon from the Surge, so we're off to a pretty decent start, I would say. Once again though, that early Sunflower, gonna start off the engine, start spamming Digimon on the board and picking up those searches, hitting both the Reggie and the Bloomlord. So everything going according to plan, you know, a pretty solid Bloom start, I would say. Gotta choose how to pass over the turn though. Might not want to let the Sunflower just be either suspended to get swung over. Maybe we're looking to Digisorp again, go into a Bloomlord again. Not crazy board state, could still get the restand. Maybe go into an Agitar, suspend the Palmo, play something else. Possibilities are pretty endless. I think that if you guys have not played the Bloomlord, it's definitely one of the more skill-intensive decks, especially of Digimon of today. Gonna go Reggie and then into the young Chimeramon here. So nothing in the trash to get the extra inheritable, sadly. But it's still a way to get the restand, get a pretty powerful Digimon. Doesn't get a ton of value out of it, to be fair though, but I guess the idea is that if the Digimon were going to be swung over, maybe it's good enough. Gonna be sending the Mimi to pass turn. Once again, we have the 5 for the Jogress. We go into the Baihumon right away. In this case, it only costs us 3 memory because we gain 2 back. And at the end of turn, we get the 1 trash. So not bad, not a bad stack. This Baihumon should also have secure attack +1 right when it swings. It's a good pressure. It doesn't have blockers, sadly, but potentially it's doing its job. Gonna use Samarisanti to suspend it. Pick up the card draw from the Sunflower. A nice way to neutralize the Baihumon. Alright, so for the ruling experts in the chat, can you suspend Mimi even though we don't have a rookie? Obviously, Chimeramon counts as a green level 5 Digimon, so the condition is met. In Digimon, usually you could just do whatever even if you can't, if you don't have a rookie. So I'm going to say that you can suspend Mimi even if you don't have a rookie to promote, but you guys let me know. So the Baihumon does not unsuspend, which is kind of sad, you know, especially because we could potentially be swinging for so much. We do get the trash at the end of the turn because in this case the Mimi was not suspended since we weren't sure of what would happen here. So Baihumon has done some work, or at least, you know, getting through security. But imagine that Baihumon was swung for another 2 checks, right? Like, definitely changes the complexity of the game. Gonna go into the Agitar. The Mimi's still there, although obviously we're looking for those rookies. Definitely has a lot of plays available. Like I was saying earlier on, the Bloomlord is a complex deck and definitely skill intensive. There's no one easy combo you do over and over. You have to adapt your plays to the board state and what's available in your hand. And you could do a lot of cool stuff. Sometimes it's like you could just win the game out of nowhere. It's one of those decks that can get, you know, restands and a bunch of crazy attacks. And when you draw hidden potential, that card is insanely broken in this deck. Because look at what happens here, right? So she Digivolves into the Bloomlord for free, gets the restand and a bunch of memory. Usually your originally hidden potential is designed with the case that like spending your Digimon is like a big drawback, right? But in decks like this, like that is not a drawback. So instead you're just like rewarded. It turns into an essentially +8 memory there, which is kind of nasty. Gotta go another Sunflower. Wants to suspend enough Digimon so she can swing over the Baihumon, who is not a blocker, so it's only, I believe, 13k in this case. We don't have the tire or anything like that. So the Bloomlord can easily swing over it. Sadly, the Baihu did not get to do its thing. So it's going to be 3 checks at 16,000 DP, which is pretty good. Now our security is kind of loaded in this deck. Chikurimon, hey, that's a way to answer it. At least we could stop the bleeding. That said though, I mean, with that board state, She can literally just go into another one because why not, right? That's Digimon. Get the restand again. Essentially going into it for +1 memory gain. Swings for again 3 checks. Bay and Archie-Kuririn, get out of here. Get the Bloomlord out of here. Pretty funny, but I mean obviously we're 2 behind, right? I think this game is a good example of why 1 hit potential and it's GG. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching.